everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Play. I'm here with Chris.
What's going on?
And we are going to be playing some joint operations from Kill Team 2024. So I've been talking about this almost non-stop the last few weeks about how solo and cooperative missions are in the core structure, in the core book for Kill Team 2024 Hivestorm. This book comes in that box over there. And I've been madly playing through some of the new missions and trying out my own models and some of my older kill teams like the Space Marine Scouts, which are going to be featured today. And I was really excited to teach you because I do think, and we talked about this in actually an episode of Inside Tabletop that's going to be on tomorrow, about how there's a ton of opportunity here for like new kinds of, you know, Warhammer 40,000 experiences in this game mode. And it's the thing I'm most excited about Kill Team Hivestorm. So also today, if you haven't watched it already, it'll be up in the cards. There's a Let's Play for the Hivestorm game itself, which is going to be the Vespids against the drop troops, the Scions. So you're going to see the core box mechanic as well. But I wanted to illustrate what you can do with your current teams, so like the Space Marine Scouts, and your current Kill Team model selection, which is I'm using my Gellerpox, my Death Guard, and my Chaos Cultists to try joint operations. And this is the first of 3 missions, so we're going to play through together. And we're going to play it solo. Basically, we're going to split the team and play with one kill team. But you can also play this multiplayer ops, which allows you to basically split a team by the number of players. And there's some general house rule like suggestions, like everybody shares a keyword. So like, let's say we all wanted to play as the Chaos keyword. You could use the Night Lords and like 2 other Chaos teams like the Blooded, and then have them be like hunting, I don't know, Imperial citizens or guardsmen or something like that. Like Predators, like Reverse Predator. You're playing as the Predators.
That's cool, yeah.
Or you could do like an all Imperial thing. You could redo Pariah Nexus and have the bad guys be Necrons and have like a Sister of Battle, a Salamander, and a Guardsman as like your kill team if you want to. Just based on the number of players. So there's lots of options here. So we're going to go through and we're going to show you the ropes of what makes this different between the core mechanics in like the head-to-head version, the Hivestorm game that you will have also seen today. So if you want to check out the core mechanics for Kill Team and what's new and different, check out that Let's Play, then watch this one second, because if you don't know the general principles of Kill Team, you'll get a better overview of the first game that was up today. Ready to play some joint ops?
Let's do it.
Let's roll. All right, so here we are ready for some joint operations. And Chris has never played this before. So the idea here is that we are going to learn how to set up a joint operation with the first mission in the mission pack called Breach. During turn 1, I'm going to teach you how to go through and activate the NPOs, the non-player operatives. And then we're just going to play out the rest of the game, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many turns as there is to complete the mission objectives. So step 1 of setting up a joint ops multiplayer mission. Now we could use different kill teams, but for the sake of this, we're going to use a kill team that people haven't seen yet. We're going to use the Scouts. And we're just going to share the kill team back and forth. But there are some general rules for multiplayer ops. If you want to, you could make your own kind of like house rules, like you all share keywords. Like everyone has Imperium, everyone has Chaos, everyone has Eldari. In this case, we're just going to split a kill team down the middle and take half and half. As if we were playing a solo mission, we're just going to do it cooperatively. Then we select our mission. So we're doing a joint operation, a multiplayer op, but we're going to do it like just a joint op where we have a single player. We're just going to share the kill team. And we pick our mission, which is called Breach. Now, in joint operations, you get what's called an NPO limit for your setup. So in the first mission, Breach, we have to select 90 wounds worth of bad guys. So if you turn around, Chris, you can see that there is going to be a picture of your 90 wounds worth of bad guys. And this is me wanting to use my miniature collection. So I have tons of kill teams from the compendium and stuff like that. And this was the perfect opportunity to do that. So I've got some of my cultists from my Night Lords kill team, which we're going to use as the base level. So there's 3 levels. It's Trooper, Warrior, and Heavy. The cultists will be troopers. We got 2 trooper marksmen, so they're armed with like the equivalent of like an auto gun. And these are generic bad guys. Use any miniatures you want. The profile will represent like a guardsman level bad guy or a cultist level bad guy. 1 and 3 can have a special weapon. We only have 2 marksmen, and then we have 1 trooper brawler, who's the guy with the flail and the auto pistol there. He actually doesn't get his auto pistol though. He just gets a flail. He gets a melee weapon. The next class up is brawler. So the brawler's got more wounds. The trooper's 2 APL, a 6-inch move, a 5+ save, and 7 wounds. The brawler is a 4+ save and 10 wounds. So he gains extra wounds there, and that's represent my Gellerpox. So we got 4 Gellerpox there who are all brawlers. They get blades, so 4 attacks, 4+, 4, 5 damage, and ceaseless. These things are super dangerous up close.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the trooper melee guy is 3, 4 damage and ceaseless, so they reroll all of 1 type of dice roll whenever they roll attacks. And then finally, so that's 40 wounds worth of brawlers and 21 wounds worth of, of warriors, and then 21 wounds worth of troopers there. So we're at 61 wounds. And then we got our 2 heavies. I got 2 Death Guard in here, and they get a Space Marine stat line. They get 3 APL, a 6-inch move, 3+ save, and 14 wounds each. And then the melee guy with the flail, he has a melee weapon with 5 attacks on 3s, 4/5 damage, and ceaseless. And he can perform 2 fight actions during the operations. They get like a Space Marine stat line at this level. The heavy has a bolter and a knife. So he's got a 4-shot, 3+, 3/4 damage firearm, or a 4-attack, 3+, 3/4 damage melee action, but he can also shoot twice. So that's my last 24 wounds. They both have 14 wounds, which takes me to a total of 89, as close to 90 as possible. And I got to show off how you would use these like random miniatures in your collection to make the Chaos team. Now the scouts, which you guys haven't seen yet, are pretty much unchanged from the previous edition. Obviously the stat line changes, they don't have a defense stat anymore. They have a 6-inch move. They have the same class as before, so they have a 4+ armor save and 10 wounds per model, 11 wounds on the Sarge. They've all got 2 APL and they get 8 models in the team. The Sarge has 3 APL because he's a full Space Marine, right? So this is a Squad Atreus. A Squad Atreus is gonna be infiltrate and try and stop this Gellerpox. You can imagine like a container ship full of Gellerpox like dropped on Volcus, and these guys are there to squash it before it gets loose and starts killing people, you know, sort of Return of the Living Dead style. And you, out of the box from the previous edition of the game, you're gonna get a full kill team. So you get all the specialists. You get the Hunter with his grapnel launcher. His whole thing is if he changes elevation during a fight, he gets a 3+ lethal. So he crits on 3s with his knife. He's a good stabber. And any vertical movement he does with his little Batman launcher is only counted as 2 inches because he can climb around. You get the Sniper. He's got his Archer night goggles, so he can goggle people and remove obscuring from them. So he can kind of see through walls, he can get rid of concealment and stuff. His heavy weapon is exactly the same as it was, his big sniper rifle. So it's got the, it's not called, what's it called now? It's not called Mortal Wounds. It'll be on the scout there. On his gun, it's like Devastating Wounds, I think now, instead of just Devastating.
3, yeah.
So Devastating 3 means it's like Mortal Wounds, where if he rolls any crits, they take 3 automatic damage for every crit just before they even make any armor saves. And he has his camo cloak, so he counts an additional dice for when he is in cover. He can get an additional dice or combine them.
You just count one of the, you count one of them as
You get a free success, and then you get extra free success for the camo cloak. You can buy camo cloaks for
the whole squad,
for the whole squad as equipment if you want as well. Although you can only take each equipment card once. So only one guy's getting a camo cloak. You get 2 of the heavy guys, the heavy gunners. You get a missile launcher and heavy bolter, so both options. You just switch one out because you only get 1 per game. And then you're going to also have the tracker with his little scan bot and his Geordie LaForge goggles. His jam is he can combine with the sniper to increase his shooting capacity, and he can also scan guys within 8 inches of him with an AP in order to make them easier to target and remove their bonus dice for being in cover. Warrior-wise, you're gonna get 4 of the trooper models. I made 2 with close combat weapons because I like that, 1 with a bolter and 1 with a shotgun, so you just get an option of what you're gonna take. And their whole shtick is they still get their recon points. So before the game starts, they can do 5 little master plans, which could be everything from like a dash to laying out a minefield to a triple arm. They can redeploy, they can reposition their models inside. Although some of these won't be very useful in a co-op mission because obviously we're not trying to outfox our opponents here, right? Like redeploying against an AI doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but they get to still use 4 of these points to try and do additional little things before the game starts. And so there it is. There's our 2 forces that are going to fight it out in Breach. And Breach is a super simple mission, no turn limit. We go until either the Gellerpox wipe us out or the scouts succeed in killing all the Gellerpox. So now that we're into the first stage, it's going to be rolling for initiative to see who sets up first. You don't do that in joint operations normally. This is another variation. What you do instead is you basically just alternate between the 2 players and we decide the order we're going to do in. I'm also going to let you pick first. If you want to be Sarge, you can be Sarge. He's got a couple extra options for encouraging people. And then you can pick 1 of your 4 models here because we have to take a total of 8 of the scouts. And we can only have 1 heavy gunner. And then we'll just share
in the total.
Yeah, just grab who you want. Grab a couple specialists and either the heavy or a trooper. So you're gonna go with knifey.
For choppy guy,
okay.
I like bolters.
Bolters, cool. And then grab another specialist.
Yeah, let's get this guy.
Okay, so the sniper. So you got the sniper as your first one. You've got a, here we'll turn these around so the camera can see them. And then go like this. So you got your sniper, you've got a trooper with a bolter, a trooper with a close combat weapon, and then Sergeant Atreus himself. I'm gonna go with the hunter, obviously, and the tracker for the other two specialists. I'll take the heavy gunner, and I'll take the shotgun surgeon, because, you know, space shotguns. Who doesn't, if Doom taught us anything, it's that the shotgun is always the mightiest of weapons. Also, I think in Halo 1, the shotgun was also my favorite gun. That was just me
really
dating
fun.
myself. It was probably my favorite one overall. So that now we have to select our equipment as our next step, because obviously there's no opponent to do this. We get 4 equipment points. You're going to get to two each. So you can pick 2 pieces of equipment, either universal. I'm going to pick one first. I'm going to pick the minefield, because it's just cool to have a minefield against zombies. So that'll be my first one. And then you get to pick one, and we'll go back and forth. Now, when you do grenades, you actually get a selection. So you can take offensive grenades, you could have 2 frag, 2 crack, or a frag and a crack. If you do stun grenades, you could do, utility grenades, you could do 2 smoke, 2 stun, or 1 of each. I actually really like the stun grenades against the Space Marines because it's -1 AP, which really jacks up the Space Marines, and there's no roll. You just expend them, and you flashbang them. There's a couple cool other ones in there too. Ladders, and the razor wire is neat. It reduces movement. So it's like you get to put up another obstacle, but also you're -2 movement if you end within an inch of it, because you get tangled up in it. And then there's also the ammo chest, which would be cool for your sniper, although he's usually elevated anyway, so he gets the free reroll from being above people on a vantage point.
Let's do utility grenades. That sounds fun.
Cool. So you can choose either 2 smoke or
I'll choose a
2
smoke
stun.
and a stun.
A smoke and a stun. All right, so you got 1 of each.
Fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So there's, we have the miniatures painted for these, so we'll just use the actual miniatures instead of the tokens. So you get a smoke grenade and a stun grenade. You get to put them down when you want. I'll go back and choose.
Do you want the bipod for the heavy weapon guy?
No, I'm gonna choose the. Oh, I could do the bipod. What's the bipod do?
Gives him a ceaseless weapon, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So whenever a gunner, scout, heavy gunner operative is shooting with a heavy bolter or missile launcher, if he hasn't moved during the activation, or if it's a counteraction, which means that you're done. So counteraction replaced Overwatch. You get to make a single AP action with somebody if you're out of models and your opponent's still activating. That weapon has ceaseless, which means we get to reroll a single type of miss. So yeah, I'll take the bipod for my second one. And then you want to take another faction one? You could take like a knife for your bolter guy, so he also has a melee weapon.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. We get 4 points and no duplicates, so.
Let's give, let's give one of the bolter guy a combat blade.
All right, perfect. Yeah. All right, so combat blade and the bolter man. All right, so now we are down to actually deploy, and we'll just go back and forth deploying. But before we deploy our miniatures, we're going to deploy our equipment if we have any. So this minefield has to be placed within 6 of our drop zone. Our drop zone is 6 inches, so I'll use my little double gauges here. You do get a cardboard gauge to go, like you get 2 sets of gauges with the box set because you get a cardboard gauge as well. I'm gonna put it, I think over here in the middle, just in case some zombies come downtown. And then I don't think you have any to deploy because yours are all expendables. So I'm also gonna put down, I wanna keep people out, and the razor wire has to be in the same kind of idea. It has to be within 6 of my drop zone. I'm gonna put down the razor wire, I think right here. Try and keep the zombies from coming through. On that side as well. So now it's back to deployment for our actual miniatures, and everybody starts with the concealer in this one. It's the infinity rule for Kill Team, always be concealed. So throw out some conceal tokens, and we can go back and forth. I'll let you deploy your first miniature.
Sure.
We also get 2 CPs each per player, which is interesting. So you grab 2 and I grab 2. Which means we're gonna have more CPs than normal. Although I guess we probably should only have 2 if we're technically playing joint ops right now.
What's the
6-inch deployment.
6 inches?
Sorry, yeah, there's a gauge for you. And we've already deployed all the Gellerpox. They're deployed within 9 in their drop zone and all concealed.
Maybe I want to be in the bell tower.
I think that's smart.
Yep.
All right, give him a. He's never going to unconceal because his weapon's silent.
He doesn't need to, yeah.
Yeah, he just gets to night goggle people. And we've got our 2 Gellerpox on the side, 2 Gellerpox on the side. When you deploy the NPOs, you deploy them kind of where it makes sense, is the general guideline. So we got 2 up top that are shooting troopers. We've got 2 Gellerpox on either flank, and then we get the melee cultist and the melee shooter up top as well. So we're over now to me placing a model. I'm gonna go with the heavy B, and he's gotta be within 6 as well. So in my drop zone, looks like it's gonna be here. People are definitely coming through that minefield, so I'm gonna try and hold the middle.
Yeah.
And then he needs to conceal as well.
Mr. Bolter.
Mr. Bolter, similar thing.
Yep.
All right, he's concealed. I do like that they've shaped the tokens so that they hug the base. So you like know who they're for now as well. The hunter, he's going to, I think, go on this flank because he can fly with his, his Batman thing. Yeah. Yep, back to you.
And Johnny Combat here is going to be...
Mr. Combat Blade in the building?
Yeah.
All right. Brave man out of cover. We'll go with Space Shotgun. He's going to flank, I think, behind this piece of big terrain. They're just going to share that concealed token because they're going to get a new one probably in a minute. And I'm out of concealed tokens already. Back to you.
El Sargente.
The Sarge.
Probably just...
You're going to get lip cancer smoking those, Sarge. I just watched Alien Romulus, so when
there you go.
Sarge, all I can think of is Apone. All right, and then I got my tracker. He's going to hang over here because I think he wants to climb this wall and go hang out with his friend, the sniper, and give him some track action. All right, so now we're done our deployment. We're going to get ready for turn 1. All right, so we're into the first turning point now, which means we both gain a CP. The roll for initiative happens as normal, but then we also roll to see, so we're gonna have 3 CPs overall. How do you manage those? The bad guys earn a CP, but can't do anything with them. The bad guys automatically pass inside the initiative step, the gambit step. So we're gonna roll for initiative like in a normal game. I always recommend having 2 different colored dice for doing solo play, so you can just do the rolls at once. So Ultramarines will be blue, we'll do red for Chaos, and the Ultramarines win, so they are gonna have the priority token. So we'll take it over to our side over here and have initiative. We gain our CP, so we go to 3, they go to 1, and then they pass in the gambit step, although we're going first. We can decide if we wanna do one of our gambits. Now, there's 4 different gambits for these scouts. They're the same as the old ones. There's gunfire ambush. We basically get a bonus when we come out of concealment and make a shoot action. Knife ambush, blade ambush, where we get a bonus when we come out of concealment and do a, a stab action, a melee action, a fight action. We do have to do our forward scouting though before we do anything else. And there's several options we have here. I like the one where we get to dash, just relocate, because it's gonna get us out of the open for several of these scouts. We have 5 points to spend.
Okay.
Dashing will cost us 2 each. So I'm gonna start by doing one, and this would technically happen before the initiative roll, but I'm gonna make a dash action with...
So 3 inches to dash, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a dash action with my shotgun man, and you can redo these multiple times.
Yeah.
He's gonna dash over into this firing step.
I'm gonna do that to get my buddy boy.
Yeah, this one scout not to get shot by a Chaos Space Marine. You have to be within 1 inch of cover to get any bonus from it, so it's a problem otherwise. So now we have 1 point left. I would say we just buy a CP with it. Because we can just make a plan.
Devise a plan.
Devise a plan. So we have 4 CPs now.
Okay.
And there's your 4th CP right there.
Boom.
All right. The plan has been devised, and we're ready for that first gambit. We're more likely to shoot this turn, so I would say we spend a CP and do gunfire ambush.
It's one of the gambits?
It's one of the gambits. It is a strategic ploy in the gambit phase, and they don't have any because they're NPOs. So we're going to choose the one where if we make a shoot action and we started the turn with a conceal order, we're going to get some bonuses. And there should be on a card right there, the faction rules, for deployment, faction equipment. It should be in this pile of ploys. But yeah, regardless, we're going to get, I think, the balance trait on all of our guns, which just means that we get to reroll a single dice when we attack out of the ambush. Guerrilla engagement is we can reroll defense dice, we can hide. Gunfire ambush is we gain balance, that's right. And if the target's expended, so they've already activated, we get ceaseless instead. So we're going to get to roll all kinds of dice. We also get Astartes training, which is we can make 2 actions of the same type during a turn, so fight or shoot.
You can shoot twice.
You can shoot twice, that's right, for a CP. Firefight ploy. We can ignore all of our stat changes, so we can ignore being injured. Emboldened Aspirant. That one is, uses firefight when a squad operative performs the fight or shoot action at the end of the roll attack dice step. I can re-roll because I just want to show off in front of the Sarge. And then Covert Position. Uses firefight ploy during a friendly scout's operation until the start of its next activation. While it has a concealment in cover, it can't be shot even if they're on a vantage point. So you can't see down into him because he hides extra good. So we're gonna have gunfire ambush for this one. And now we get to do our first activation. So I'm gonna let you go first. Activations as normal for our players. And I'll go over what the NPOs do when it's time to go over the NPOs. So who would you like to have go first? We got a few targets here. The Space Marines are ultra dangerous. So which of your scouts would like to activate?
Is there a way for me to shoot twice with the sniper guy this turn, or is that
So what does it say on the card? I believe it says
With the gambit thing, or is
gambit is only bolt weapons.
Only bolt weapons,
And he
okay.
does
That
not
makes
have a
sense.
bolt pistol. It's a bolt pistol or bolter, I believe.
Oh, that's fair.
Or a
Sniper
Stardy's shotgun. Otherwise, that
sniper
sniper's
rifle
really
would be
good.
bananas.
I mean, if you
twice.
roll 5 or 4
Yeah.
sixes, you just obliterate someone with 12 wounds.
he's
That
only
thing
got-
could do 24 damage.
He's
on
only
the
got 2
shot.
dice when he rolls. Oh no, it's 4 shots.
It's 4
Holy
shots. Yeah, it's 4
moly.
shots on 2s.
I feel like I should shoot the Marine.
Go for
start the
it,
game
because he's in the
really
open. Yeah, why not? So you mean this guy over
well,
here?
he also ignores. What does it say here? Until Oh no,
Well,
it cuts an action point,
Regardless,
which he could spend
yeah, and regardless, the light terrain in front of that Marine is more than an inch away.
until the start of this operative's next activation.
Yeah.
Whenever it's
So if
shooting.
you're
Yeah.
elevated on a vantage point and someone's lower than you, you automatically count as being in cover. But if they're higher or on the same level as you, you have to be within an inch of that light
okay.
terrain to have the
Okay.
cover bonus.
Okay.
So right now, that sniper scout can definitely shoot down into that Marine
Nice,
at full advantage. He gets to reroll already. He'll have balanced.
sweet.
So he'll have the balance trait. He'll go to balance 2, I believe.
So he's already hitting on 2s, which is
Already
really
hitting on
nice.
2s.
Yeah, but we want 6s really. Is what
Yeah, we want to get those mortal wounds. So you got a 6 and then 3 hits. Now, he's got a 3+ armor save because he's a heavy. So he's going to roll 3 defense dice and pass them all. So all of these go away, but he will take the 3 devastating wounds plus the 3 additional damage for 6 damage.
Nice.
So he's going to go to 8 remaining wounds.
All right.
You took a big chunk out of him, made him mad.
Does
and you can do,
does the rule still apply where the models get weakened at half wounds?
I believe it's at
Or they get
3.
minus? Is it 3?
I believe it's at 3 wounds, the injured state, but let's just double check damage.
Or that was a big part of last.
Yeah, they do get stat reductions still from being wounded. And that's why you have the emboldened aspirant or whatever that firefight phase ability was that takes it away. You have your key principles, operatives, ploys, presence, keywords. I believe it's in the appendix, which is very handy in here. W for wounded, page 47. Oh, I do love a good back thing here. While operative has fewer than its starting wounds, it's wounded. While it has fewer than its starting half its starting wounds, it's also injured. Subtract 2 from its move stat, and it's -1 to hit.
So fewer
so
than
below
half.
half, fewer than half. So if he takes 2 more,
So he's
going
still
to be
okay.
wounded.
Okay.
So it would be at 3 wounds. Sorry, it would be at 3 wounds for the troopers. It would be at 4 wounds for the scouts. Or for the warriors rather, and it would be at 6 wounds for the heavies, and then for the scouts over here, it'd be at 4 wounds, they'll become wounded.
Okay.
So yeah, less than half.
Cool.
So that's your first activation. Now you do have an AP left, you have 2 APL, but you can only dash because your weapon's heavy.
Yeah.
And then you have, I mean, you could goggle somebody, I guess. There's not really a lot
Doesn't
else
really
to
help
do.
him, yeah.
Doesn't really help him.
He's
kinda
usually like a
happy.
goggles then shoot kind of guy.
Yeah, but he didn't really need the goggles because that guy was already in the open.
Okay, cool.
All right, so then it's over to the NPOs. Now the NPOs are going to activate based upon 3 criteria. So first it's, can someone shoot? Does someone have a valid target to shoot or a valid target to fight at? And we do have several models that do have valid targets to shoot and fight at because they're elevated. So first of all, this fellow over here and this scout, I believe, can see my shotgun scout over here in cover. So my concealment order becomes not relevant. It doesn't stop me from being shot at, and he'll be able to take a shoot action. Now the next question is, if multiple targets can do it, which one has the best chance of doing damage? Definitely this guy, because he can shoot twice.
Yeah.
That's right. So I'm gonna get shot twice with his space bolter.
Oh no.
It's gonna hit on 3s. He's not wounded, so no -1 here. And it's gonna be plunging fire into the scout because he's more than 2 inches up. He'll get to reroll a single miss from balanced. And boy howdy, that's a good thing because he missed twice. So 2 hits with that bolter. The scout gets 3 saves on 4+. He's gonna retain 1 for being in cover still because he's within an inch of that wall. And then he's gonna pass 1 and he'll cancel 2. So luckily those bounce off. Unluckily, that bad guy gets to shoot again. So we go back down the tree. Can he shoot? He shoots first. Marksmen, their first action they would do is fall back if they're unable to shoot. Then they shoot. Then they reposition to get somebody out of cover in line of sight. Then they dash to do the same thing, but they try and stay in cover the whole time. Because he can just immediately shoot again, that's what he options to on the tree.
Yep.
And he's gonna hit thrice with a crit. Not great, and still balanced. So 4 times with a crit against that scout. So once again, the scout is going to retain a save, and he's gonna roll 2 dice looking for 4s. And pass 1, so he'll just cancel 2 hits because this is the most damage he can cancel and take 7 wounds. So he's gonna be wounded immediately and have 3 left.
Okay. Do you want to spend a CP to reroll, or?
I don't believe that's still a ploy.
It's not. You can't reroll saves anymore. Right?
I don't believe there's a universal ploy for rerolling, but I could be wrong. I did not see it in my cursory examination of Firefight ploys. 54. There might be a universal one to reroll. 54 ploys. No, there's a command reroll. Use this firefight ploy after rolling your attack or defense dice. You can reroll one of those dice. So I could spend one to reroll. Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah,
let's go for it. It would make him not wounded.
Yeah.
Oh, he blocks the crit, so actually he takes 4 less damage.
Yeah.
And now he's at 7.
Nice.
Good call.
Worked out well.
All right, so that was his second APL. He has 3 APL, but he can't shoot again. So now we go down the decision tree, and what ends up happening is he will relocate to cover to get someone at a line of fire. So
he's going to want to get sniped again, even though he's still going to get sniped again.
At the start of that activation, he would have changed his order to engage, which I didn't mark yet, and now he's expended.
Right.
So he is done. So it's back to us. Now, that was our first criteria. Secondary criteria here was if someone couldn't shoot or fight, it's could someone get to like, is someone in danger? Is someone in the open? We would activate them. And then it goes to closest model. That's the decision-making tree overall. But he could make shoot actions, so we picked him first down the tree. So now back to it's my turn to activate somebody. I don't like this guy being in the open, really.
Yeah, good call.
That seems terrible. So we're going to do a relocate action. He has 2 APL. He's going to stay concealed. He's going to have 2 APL. So he's going to... So you can drop for free 3 inches. I think we're going to go 3 APL to here.
And he has to dash after because you can't move.
Yeah, I can't move. Right? I can move dash. So I can go total of 9. But if I'm within 7, I can climb something here. I don't think I have a great bunch of options. I think I need to go.
Get to here or no?
No, I don't think so. I'm not quite close enough. I think I'm just going to move because I don't want to get charged.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to move behind this wall to get into cover. And then, what I could do instead, actually, I'll put that back where that was because it was touching it. I can ignore 2 inches of climbing. So I can go 6 to here with a relocate. And then I could dash, and I actually ignore, because this is 2 inches tall, I count that as 1 climb for 2 inches, and I get to move 1 inch over, and I drop for free. So I'll hop this wall. And that's going to let me stay in cover and now be out of line of sight of these guys up top, and hopefully out of line of sight of him too.
Yep.
All right, so he's all done. So it's back to you.
Back to the baddies.
Or sorry, back to the baddies, rather. And we are into who can shoot or fight next. I believe this fella can shoot into the shotgun scout down here.
He can shoot here too.
And he can definitely shoot down plunging fire. Well, no, he can't see through this window unless he's within an inch of it.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, so these barred windows are only, one of the Volcus terrain things is to see through a window, either side, either way.
Would he decide to move and then shoot?
He can't shoot afterwards, he has to shoot first. So if someone can shoot beforehand, so this guy would become the priority then, right? Because he can see the shotgun scout and he can shoot somebody. So, and because he's elevated, because he's on a vantage point, he can see down into that, and that'll ignore his conceal. So he's going to take a shot with his auto gun. Why don't you roll this time? Okay. That guy's my target. So he's going to have 4 shots.
4 shots.
On 4s, though. And he switches to engage as well.
He's an angry guy.
So he gets 3 hits. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll do a retain again for being in cover. Yep. And then we're going to roll 4s to try and save.
Oh,
and pass them all.
Beautiful.
So that was 2 hits and a crit.
No, 2 hits and a crit.
So what we'll do is we'll combine these 2 to cancel the crit.
Yep.
And then we'll cancel another one because that'll be the least damage.
Yep.
And that means he's going to take 2 more because it's 2 4 damage and go down to 5 wounds remaining. Boom. 2 3 damage, sorry. All right, so now he can only shoot once because he's not a Marine. So he'll relocate to try and get somebody out of cover. He's already got, I think, this says in cover. I don't think he can relocate to go anywhere that he'd be able to see someone in cover. He could attempt to jump because he can jump 3 inches. I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think he's going to dash to here. No, he can dash to that corner. Oh, there we go. He can dash to that corner because now he can see the hunter, and he's expended. So back to scouts. It's your turn to pick a scout to go.
Okay. What do we want to do? Pretty dangerous over here.
It is pretty dangerous. You do have a bolter man that can shoot that Marine.
Cover or?
Yeah, it's cover. It's just it's a barricade basically that reduces movement even more.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably move Bolter Boy. I'll shoot Bolter Boy with Bolter Boy. So I guess he has to go engage, right?
He can engage. He can just shoot twice into that Marine up top too if he wants to.
He can only shoot once, I think.
Did you use the firefight player? We can shoot twice. He has a bolter.
Is that a command point to do that?
Yeah, it's a command point to do it. We got 2 left. Go for it.
Yeah, I guess we can try and kill the Marine then. Yeah.
You can do it halfway through too.
But I have to.
You don't have to do it now. You can do it afterwards.
Change my order.
You do have to go to engage,
right?
Yeah, so do it to engage first.
Go to engage. All right, we're engaging.
And then taking some shots.
Taking some shots with the bolt gun. 4 dice.
4 dice. All right, so he's going to hit on 3s. He's a Marine after all, ish.
Yep, and we got a crit and a hit.
And he's balanced because he came out of conceal this turn.
Right.
So he's going to hit 3, so 2 crits, or 2 hits and a crit.
Yep.
So that Marine is in cover, so he'll retain a hit. And then on a 3+, he'll save the other ones. He's going to fail 1, pass 1. So he'll get rid of the 2 hits, but he'll take 4 damage from the crit.
And 3 from the regular one, yeah.
No, because he canceled 2, because he retained 1, passed 1.
He retained 1.
So he took 1 crit, which is 4 damage, so he'll take 4 damage.
Yeah.
Which makes him wounded. So he gets a wounded marker.
How much
now
has he got left? He's got 4 left?
4 remaining, yep.
Well,
So
maybe we want to gamble here. We want to gamble.
If you crit him again, he dies, right?
Exactly.
If you crit him again, he dies. Might as well.
Let's go for it.
And you are still getting the balanced rule because you came out of concealment this turn.
Okay.
You surprised this guy.
Hey!
Oh,
2
double crits. Reroll 1. All right, so just 2 crits. All right, so you'll retain 1 again for cover, and then get a crit and a save.
No, he saved it. He saved it. Oh my gosh.
Nothing.
What
for
a
you.
monster.
These Marines are indescribably tough. You have wounded him, however. All right, so it's back to these guys. Can he shoot? No. Can anybody fight? No. So now we go to can someone get somebody out of cover? Well, they can. And this little Gellerpox over here is absolutely inside charge range of my hunter. So what happens now is his priority order. Can he fight? No. Can he charge? Yes. So he's going to go to engaging, and he's going to make a charge move of 8 inches. So he's going to whip all the way over here because it's an extra 2 and come fight the hunter. Now these guys are crazy dangerous with their 4 attacks. I'm going to roll these. These are on a 4+, but they're 4/5 damage and ceaseless.
Oh my gosh.
And ceaseless.
Nasty.
All right, so you can roll both those 2s because they're the same dice. Because ceaseless is all of 1 number, all of 1 miss, all of 1 type of miss.
Okay, we'll want
so
a
crit and 2 hits. Okay, so back at you. Now this guy's got his 4 attacks with his knife on 3s. He's going to hit 3 times.
Okay.
And what you do for damage up, there's actually no rules in the book for how you apply damage, but the general rule for joint ops is use what would be the best for that model.
Right.
So it would crit me first for 5 damage. I was going to leave that scout with 5.
Yep.
The scout would then necessarily parry that one, right? Because then he won't die. He'll do 4 damage with the next hit, which is going to be a 1.
Yep.
But the scout gets to do 6 damage back to him now with his 3/4 damage. So he's going to have 4 wounds remaining, and both these guys are very nearly dead. The scout and the Gellerpox super wounded. And it's back to the scouts on my side now.
Yep.
Well, does Heavy B need to save the day? Because that feels like maybe something that's coming over here.
Sounds like it.
He's I don't know. He's got options though. He's got things he could do. He likes to party. I think we're actually gonna go with the tracker.
Okay.
He's gonna switch to engage, and he's gonna walk over to this corner. No, he's gonna slide out next to Sarge. Switching to engage. He's gonna use his Jory LaForge goggles to shoot that. Or do what you couldn't do with your bolter.
There you go.
That's right. We're gonna show you up. We're gonna slide over there. I'm gonna shoot that Chaos Space Marine.
Kill here.
That's it. So 4 shots on 3s with that bolter. Gonna try and blast this Space Marine. Did not get a crit.
Not a good solid start.
I get to roll an extra die. Nope.
Oh no.
Oh no, we got 1 hit here. Okay.
He just saves it, basically.
He just basically saves it because he retains a hit.
Yeah.
And that is my scout done. That was. The surprise was I failed completely. I failed so utterly that I never want to try again.
Wasn't even interesting for a second.
Yeah, that guy's getting sent back to wherever he got recruited from. That guy is not a favorite son of Ultramar whatsoever.
This is the guy that like buys all this cool gear and he's actually useless with everything.
He's actually like one of the rich kid sons from Ultramar. He's like, oh yeah, I got the Oakley goggles. And they're like, dude, get out of here. Come on, get out of here, you garbage equipment. So having totally flubbed that, it's back to the bad guys. Can someone charge again? No, I don't think somebody's in range this time around. Can someone shoot again? No. So can someone relocate to get somebody to cover? Then we go to closest. So closest would be this Marine. He's gonna end up making a move. Can he charge? Actually, he might be able to charge. He's gonna go 3, because he can go through this door. Doors are actually access points.
Oh wow, okay.
And 2, no, he won't quite make it. So he ends up relocating then. He's gonna go 6 to here. Then he's gonna dash. He's gonna try
to move towards the closest target.
That's right, and then he'll try and dash towards cover. So he's gonna dash over to here. And he doesn't have a gun, so his last AP, he goes through the train again. He can't dash again, so he's just finished.
He's still concealed.
And he's still concealed, that's right, in cover.
Yeah.
So that's back to us, and it is your go, because my scout with the bolter did not do well.
Not so much.
No, so we're on your side now. And of course, I'm about to die over here, which is not great. Don't love that. Who would like to go on your side?
Good question. Do we have an 8-inch tracker?
I do have a GMG 8-inch.
Whoa, a branded experience here.
Yeah. A little product placement for the measuring. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we're going to shift to the edge and do some bolt pistol action.
Get some bolt pistol action. Sarge going to go. Oh, no, we're going with Mr. Shooty Man. So what's cool is this is a vantage point. So you can actually stand on these little levels, and they count as vantage points for guys below you on ground floor.
Nice.
So it's a neat little addition of having ground floor vantage points for the game. So he's going to move forward.
Yep. And then
engage
he'll
order.
Engage, and he's going to pop some shots and try to finish off
kill
that guy.
Try and kill Big Papa Puss up there.
We need him dead.
All right.
All right.
Just gotta get a crit, man. Just get a crit.
These are pretty good. They're just
short range bolters.
Bad range,
yeah, they're just short range bolters. So still 4 dice on 3s, 3/4 damage. You got that crit. You do get to reroll 1. Yep. For balanced. 2 crits.
Well, he survived 2 crits before.
I know. He retains 1.
He can survive before.
Can he do this again? He has to get a crit and a save to retain this.
Oh
he does,
my gosh.
Laughs it off.
You're not allowed to roll for that guy anymore.
Oh my god. All right. Well, this isn't going great. We've both now failed to kill this guy, and they get to go.
Oh god.
So once again, nobody's in charge range. I don't. Oh wait, we have Gellerpox over here now, don't we? I don't think they're not quite in charge range though. There's no door over there.
What's the range for a charge?
So charge is 8 inches because it's +2 to your move, right? So I think we're gonna have pretty much the same situation where the closest model.
Can they dash and then charge or no?
No, because they do it in order, right? They would make a charge move, then they would make a relocate, then they'd make a dash. So we're gonna go over here. He's just gonna end up trying to get somebody out of cover. So he's gonna move over to here and then be done because he can't dash anywhere better, but he'll stay concealed.
Okay.
So it's back to us. We don't have a lot of options left for the killing, except for, because my heavy B can't dash. His bipod gives him rerolls if he doesn't dash. I really don't want to be in the open though. Being in the open seems like a terrible idea.
It's not too bad over there.
I have my shotgun though that could do something. The shotgun has an option here. So I think that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna activate Johnny Shotgun. He's always ready to party with a space shotgun. So he's gonna go to engage. And then he's gonna walk 2, the relocate, and then 4 more to here. And unfortunately, that's going to leave, I have to go a little bit out because I have to stay outside of an inch of that Gellerpox. I think that gets this guy out of cover. So we're gonna try and shoot this here spaceman with a shotgun. I don't know if it's gonna work. It might work, it might not work. We're gonna find out. I only have 5 wounds left though, so I'm not wounded. And I get 5 dice, I believe, with my space shotgun. Do you want to double check? You have the card for the trooper.
Yeah, starting shotgun. 4 dice.
But it's on 2s.
But it's 4/4.
Yeah, it's just no matter what, it just does damage.
It's spicy.
All right, so on 2s.
Yep. Oh baby.
He's gonna get that sweet cover, but not the conceal. And no both. So he passes 1. He'll take 12 damage.
Wow.
And have 2 left. Hey man, shotguns. Whew. If Halo taught us anything, it's that space shotguns are where it's at. And that's his activation done. So he is now expended. Remember when you're, I got to re-roll, not that it mattered, against expended models when you come out, you get to re-roll ceaseless as well.
Right. The shotgun just hits.
Yeah, which we forgot about. Yeah, the shotgun just hits at that point. So he's done, he's expended. This guy's now wounded. And we get to go back to the baddies. I do believe I just gave myself a getting charged, however. So this Gellerpox is gonna go, switch to engage. And that's gonna be +2. Oh yeah, he's got lots of room to charge me.
Oh boy, we don't like this.
Well, this is what we trained all day for. So now we have Gellerpox with 4 dice on 4s.
Oh no.
4/5 damage. 2? That's not bad. 2. I can survive this. I can survive. I mean, I only got 5 wounds left, so if he crit me, I would have died. So back at you, 3 dice with Mr. Space Shotgun on 3s. So I get hit for 4. I'm down to 1 and I'm wounded.
Yeah, because he hits 1 through first.
That's right. And then I will parry the second one, and then I'll do 3 damage to him.
Yeah.
So he'll have 7 remaining. Oof, right in the zombie. Right in the space zombie. Yeah, I think they purposefully up-tuned the NPOs and made them hyper dangerous. They're not necessarily like robust, but they're incredibly dangerous from the point of view of like their offense.
Yeah, because they don't act incredibly intelligent, so this kind of makes up for that.
That's right. Yeah,
when they actually get you.
When they actually get you, they do a ton of damage. So we are back to them, or to us actually. I got a few models that are unfortunately in combat. I think everybody over here except for Sarge is active.
Sarge left, yeah.
Yeah.
How many do you have left? 2 to do?
I have
One after the bolter?
just my heavy bolter left, and you have just your Sarge left, and we got 2 Gellerpox and a Cultist coming after us still.
Okay. I think we're just gonna...
Remember, Sarge has 3 APL, so he could move dash bolt pistol.
True.
So he can move dash and try and kill this fella up top.
Oh man, everyone's tried so hard.
I mean, the Sarge is literally there to instruct us on how to do things. So
Is this covered?
I believe it might not be, because it should be on the card over there. There's a card for it'll say what class of terrain it is.
Razor wire.
Razor terrain.
Obstructing terrain?
Obstructing terrain means that if you're concealed behind it, you will get a, the bonus.
Okay, so it does count that. Okay, cool. Exposed. Oh no, it's exposed.
Oh, if it's exposed, then no.
And obstructing.
Okay, then it walks.
Obstructing as in it gets in the way, but
That's right.
it doesn't.
But it doesn't get. Yeah, so you have to climb up and down if it's obstructing.
okay.
Exposed means that if you're touching it, you get shot.
All right, we're probably gonna move.
And then dash.
Dash, shoot. I think is what we're gonna probably do with Sarge.
In they go. So this is gonna be up behind the wall.
Yeah.
And he can shoot 8, which is more than enough to shoot from there before.
And he'll get a engaged thing now.
He sure will. All right, show him how it's done, Sarge.
All right, do you have extra dice?
You earned those grays.
No, he's the same.
He's the same?
Same at shooting his pistol, at least.
I mean, it's still just a bolt pistol.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s.
Oh no, Sarge!
That's good. Is it not?
Not good.
No, he's expended. Reroll that other 2, because it's ceaseless.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
yeah, you did. So 3 hits. All right, I got way better.
I've seen this movie
and
before,
then they will retain 1. And then save 1.
He finally goes down.
No. It's 3/4 damage. He's down to 1. No, he did 1 there. He blocked 2.
You're right.
Blocked 2, so he blocks 2. He's still alive. Damn, Gina. I mean, you could command reroll that last dice, but it's too late now. It's after the roll attack dice have applied the damage. So.
Oh, you can do 2 shoot actions. That's good.
He can. He's a Space Marine.
He's in
Astartes, right? Cool. He's just a Space Marine wearing Scout armor.
Yeah.
As opposed to being a Scout wearing Space Marine armor, which would be nothing. So we have Heavy Bolter left to go. We got the Cultists to go, and the 2 Gellerpox. I'm going to imagine we go closest now, which would be the Gellerpox over here. So one of them will try and run. He'll make a move action or relocate, trying to stay into cover.
He'll stay over here.
Well, if he can dash into cover with the second action, then he'll keep going. And he can't quite charge.
What do you think?
No, probably not. So he'll probably lurk behind there.
Healed.
Yep. And charge us next turn. And he'll stay concealed.
Will he go behind the thing or show himself?
No, he'll just stay in cover. He'll get as close as he can and still have part of his base obscured.
Okay.
There you go. And he'll stay in cover. And then it's over to us. And we get the Heavy Bee, who can't do a whole heck of a lot here. So I think what he's going to do is he's just going to relocate. And then dash. So he's in a firing position and cover. And stay concealed. The other Gellerpox is going to move. So that other one would be the next closest, and he'll go again.
He's just going to do the same thing, probably?
Yep. And then this Cultist will do the same thing again because we're activated out. Although we will get a interrupt action in the meantime. So before this guy gets to go, one of our models could make an action, and it's a new activation, so they could shoot again. Yeah, that's what I thought again.
Bring him down, Legolas.
Come on, Barry Pepper.
Bring him down, Legolas.
Come on, Barry Pepper, do it. All right.
Gosh.
Barry Pepper was the sniper.
We're fishing for that 6. The 6 will finish him off.
2s, just roll 6. If you roll 6, he's dead.
Yeah! Shot his head off.
All the pieces come flying apart for this guy. Good job.
Took the whole turn, but we got him.
Good job. Yeah,
all the resources.
The whole squad shot him, and finally the sniper was just like, let me do this. Idiots. So then we have the last of the Cultists, which is the guy behind here. So he's going to end up just making a move and then a dash. That's right, yeah. Because now he can charge. And he'll actually stay behind the door because the door will be an access point for later. And he'll stay concealed.
Cool.
All right, so that is the first turning point done. We will be on to the second turning point. All right, so second turning point now, and we are really needing this initiative roll. So we're gonna get 1 CP, so we go back to 2, and we're gonna lose the initiative roll.
Lost it.
Yeah, we go to that hierarchy of who can activate first. It's probably gonna be someone who can shoot or fight. So he could shoot. We have 2 guys who can fight. So I'm gonna go by closest is the next thing, which would be this guy right here, trying to kill my poor hunter. So I think he's gonna die. You're gonna roll 4 dice for that. He's wounded though, so he's hitting on 5s now.
Oh, that's good.
That's right. So
that's something.
That's a crit though, but he's ceaseless, so he rolls both those 2s. We roll the 2s.
Oh, he's ceaseless?
Yep, always
What a
ceaseless.
monster.
Oh man, so crit and 2 hits. I only have 1 wound left. I'm hitting back on 4s because I'm just a little hunter. 4 attacks. That's going to be 2 hits. The crit gets applied for 5 damage.
Immediately, and
immediately
kills
him. Yeah, he's just dead.
Yeah.
So now he still has a second action, and that second action will be, can he charge? So unfortunately, he's going to end up charging into this Scout with Heavy Bolter, which is not great, but is what it is. So he only charges 6 inches because he's wounded, but still more than enough to go get it. I'm going to flip the rest of these.
He doesn't roll the fight though now because he's only.
No, he just made the move action. That's it. All right, so that is his activation. It's over to us, and we have several options here. I'm not sure which one's the best. I do know we've almost killed the last Space Marine. This guy is like in the wind, and the Scout Sniper can definitely see that cultist.
You just smoke him.
We're also about to get charged by Gellerpox over there, and you know how dangerous they are.
Yeah, I can smoke one of those guys with the sniper.
I think we could maybe try and do that. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you're elevated. Oh, we didn't do any strategic ploy, but we only have 1 CP.
We got an extra CP.
We have 2 CPs. We should
keep the last one?
Yeah, we keep the last one. Yeah.
Okay.
So did we want to do, like, we have a variety of people not in any kind of ambush right now. I don't actually know if any of our ploys would be super useful to us because we're not coming out of concealment to fight.
No.
We're not going to be coming out of concealment to shoot because he's not ever going to leave concealment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think, like, unless we get extra cover against shooting, but it's mostly melee guys left, I feel like saving the CP to shoot twice or ignore our wounded state's probably going to be better.
Ooh, can he shoot into combat there? Maybe
No, can't shoot into combat.
Oh no!
Gotta fall back
He's
first.
gonna try to save his friend.
He's already activated though, so he'll get to
true.
punch first.
You got to
Hopefully,
leave,
if we crit in melee, we'll be okay.
Okay.
We got a couple, and he can still shoot afterwards too.
Yeah.
I feel like shooting a Gellerpox is maybe the best.
Okay.
All right, on 2s. Woo. That's going to be all hits.
Yep.
You could reroll 1 for fun to try and get another crit with balanced.
Yeah, I mean, one
Fish for a crit. You're on 2s, right?
Kind of, oh,
and it worked.
Dirty.
All right, so retaining 1 for cover, and then 2 saves on 4s. He's taking 6 damage no matter what here, though. So he's going to save 2 of these, and then take 6 damage, and then 6 more damage. So 12 damage. You only got 10 wounds. Just blow his head off. He's gone. Exploded. Good job, Sniper. You are the best of us. Obviously, the night goggles are working.
The goggles are working.
So it's back to someone who can shoot or fight. Most dangerous, yet again, is going to be over here against the Shotgun Scout. So he's going to get stabbed, but that guy's not wounded either. So stabbing, 4 dice on 4s. I crit and hit. It's ceaseless to both those 2s as well. Yeah.
Keep rolling the double 2s.
It's so bad.
So nasty.
It's so nasty.
No.
So it's a hit and 2 crits. 3 attacks back with his fists on 4s. Nothing. Just gets pummeled. Just gets absolutely obliterated. So I've lost my hunter and my shotgun scout. It's not going great on this side, just so you know. You really have to hold it down in the middle there in the fort. We're not doing great. Okay, so I think the Heavy Bolter has to go to live. So he's going to activate now, because it's my turn to activate somebody. He's going to switch to engage order so he can pummel this guy. And hopefully pummel he does. I have to hit with a crit here. I have 3 dice on 4s.
Otherwise you get hit back, right?
Well, I'm going to hit back no matter what happens here. But if I get a crit, I get to apply it immediately and just kill him. So it's going to be on 3s rather with my fists. That is not going to be it. I'm going to spend a command reroll and try and fish for a crit here.
Not to start reroll.
No, because well, see what he gets first. See what he gets first. Roll his dice and see what he gets. Yeah. I can wait and see what the pool is.
Is it 4 dice?
4 dice on 4s, ceaseless. 5, sorry, because he's
5s, yeah.
Ceaseless, reroll any one of those dice because they're all different.
No.
So all I'm going to take here is a crit. I'm not wounded, but it's half my health.
Half your health, yeah. How many points does he have left?
He's full.
He's got full health?
I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take the hit. Take the hit. Take the hit. I'm going to hit him for 3. I'll take the hit for 5. And then I'm going to hit him for 3.
And then he'll die.
Because I'm not wounded, and he'll die.
Okay.
So he'll die with the second hit because he's got 4 left. So we just kill him. But that means we can shoot. We're on a firing step, which means we ignore the concealment on this Marine.
Light him up. Light him up.
So I got options here with my heavy. I can do either sweeping or focused. If I do sweeping, it's got torrent 1, but there's nobody within an inch of him. So sweeping's not gonna make a lot of sense here. I'm just gonna do focused and get the 5 shots on 3s. It's piercing 1, which means if I roll a crit to hit here, he gets 1 less defense dice. So that's gonna be all hits. And then he gets to roll 3 defense dice. He'll retain 1 for cover. You want to roll the other 2?
Yeah, sure.
Whew. On 3s.
Okay.
So he stops 3 of them, but then takes 8 damage.
Bye-bye.
The wall just disappears. All right, well, you did the Lord's work there, Heavy Bolter Scout. That was about as good as we could expect from this. So it is now back to the bad guys. Can someone shoot or charge?
He could probably charge over here.
Definitely he can charge over there.
Yeah.
So he's going to come out, and he's the next closest too. So he's going to go 6 and 2, and be fighting over an obstacle.
That guy, yeah.
So as he fights, he is fighting over an obstruction. So I do believe there is a benefit to you here. Let's just double check. Obstructions and melee. So in the fight phase, select an enemy operative, select weapons, roll attack dice, resolve an attack dice. We're in engagement. Control range through terrain. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Control range between options is mutual, therefore options within each other's control range if they're visible and within 1 of each
Just
other.
fighting.
And they are.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
fine. You're just fighting. Yeah, no benefits.
Cool.
All right, so
roll for the baddie,
he's
thumping my guy?
ceaseless 4 dice on 4s.
Oh my goodness.
I have bad news. He crit and 2 hit you. All right, so you only crit and 2 hit you.
Only.
And you're gonna have, you're just a
Combat blade.
So 4 dice on 3s.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Well, you got a crit and a hit.
Yeah.
So he's going to crit you for 5. So half health.
Yeah.
If you block 1, you live. Right? So you would block 1 first,
And then I take 4 more.
and then you'll take 4 more and go down to 1.
And I can
and then
crit
you
him?
can crit him for 4. That's right.
All right, that's probably the smart
So
thing
you'll
to
be
do.
at 1, he'll be at 6.
Okay.
And he's done his activation.
All right.
Whew. Oh man, it's getting real sporty over here.
very spicy.
I think my bolter tracker needs to start killing a lot of people. So he's gonna relocate. This is a 3-inch climb, so he'll follow that by a 3-inch move. So he has to be within a 1 to the point he wants to climb. So he's gonna climb over here. 3 up, and then he'll have 2 more to move. So he's gonna move to this window, so he has some cover. And then he's gonna shoot this Gellerpox down here.
Nice.
With an engage order. That's about the best I can do.
With his rich guy glasses. Let's
with
go.
his rich guy, it's Jordy LaForge glasses. I'm gonna shoot this guy. I do get to plunging fire him because I am obviously way up high. And that means I'm rolling 4 dice for my bolter on 3s. Balanced. So balanced. Nope. So 3 hits. He'll retain 1 because he's in cover still from this wall. And he gets to roll 2 more on 4s.
Ooh, 3 saves.
Just bounces them all.
Just a jerk.
That's it. All done.
Jordy not getting it done.
It's not happening. Put your skates on, Jordy. All right, so it's can shoot or fight. It's going to be this guy up top, I think, because he can shoot down into my dude or this guy
Or
over
he can
here.
shoot Sergeant.
And he's closer, so I think it's going to be this one.
Yeah.
In the order priority, so he's going to switch to engage.
Yeah.
And he's going to blast you with an auto gun. It hits on 4s with 4 shots, and it's 2/3 damage. A crit and a hit, so you can retain 1 for free. And then you got to roll your 3 saves for the Sarge. 4s. No, you retained 1 and then rolled the.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
So
retain 1 and then roll 2 more.
Sergeant. Let's go. Oh, he just loves
No bullets for
getting
him.
shot
Can he get anybody out of cover? If he slides back to here, you'll be able to see this guy too. So he's just going to keep sliding into the window.
at. Yeah.
And it's back to us. So you've got your bolter man, and you got your Sarge.
Yep.
Where would they like
I think
to
he's going to shoot him through the window. Here.
Shoot through the windows up top. So you're going to try and shoot this guy up top?
This guy, yeah.
Oh, he's going to shoot him up top.
That's
Got
okay,
it.
yeah.
Sure, go for it.
Let's do it. Pew pew.
Give him the bolter style. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Yeah,
All right, so he'll retain 1 save.
Gonna turn him to paste here.
He only saves on 5s.
Oh no, for him.
So he'll save 2
save
though,
2, okay.
and he'll take 6 damage and be down to 1.
Yes.
If you got a crit there, you would have killed him.
Yeah. True.
You could shoot again with the CP. We have 2 CPs to finish him off.
Have you used everything over there already?
Yeah, all I have left, I have nothing left.
Oh, okay. So yeah, might as well, I guess.
Yeah,
Try to
I had too many guys die before I got to go. Remember, we can take additional actions after we're
After, yeah,
activated.
if we have less guys.
That's
yeah.
right.
Whoa, what a horrible roll. Okay.
So nothing. So you didn't have to take any
Good
more.
use of command points.
Yeah, it's nothing. You got 0 there. He saves. He sure does. He doesn't save nothing either. All right, back to them. So this fellow's going to be shooting the heavy bolter with his 4 dice on 4s again. That's a crit and 3 hits. The heavy bolter will have to save. He'll retain 1 and save nothing. So he's just going to take. He'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's no way to save him. There's literally no way to save him there. He just dies. And that means I can't do the additional fire with him either. Yeah. All right, I'm down to just my tracker, man. You got to carry this whole team.
Okay.
So you've got just the Sarge. He could try and relocate over to here to see your Sarge now.
Yeah.
And he's expended.
Sarge is going to fire into the window.
Try and blast. Like he's got 3 AP, remember. He can still charge and fight.
Shoot, charge, fight probably is what I'm going to do. Yeah.
And he can shoot twice as well if he wants.
Bolt pistol. Get that last wound off him. 2 crits. Let's go.
Good luck. All right, so he's going to block 1 and then...
Oh, he got a crit, but he still got hit.
He still got him.
Yeah.
1 left.
And then he's going to charge, try to save his friend.
So he's going to take a hit. There's no way to kill this guy in 1 hit, remember?
Right.
Unless he just whiffs and doesn't hit
Luckily
you.
he's fully healthy, so he can
take a couple hits. He's got 11 damage on him.
He's got his lovely Astartes chainsword. 5 dice.
5 dice
4,
on.
5.
That's it,
It is nasty.
On
Okay.
3s, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo. Double crit. Oh my god.
That's 10 damage.
Oh, so much damage. All right, and then back at you 4s.
Oh my god, double crit right back.
Double crit right back. Okay. You're going to die. You're going to start parrying here.
Okay.
This fight just got real sporty. So how are you going to do this? You're going to take a crit here no matter what you do. You're going to take 9 damage no matter what you do.
No matter what?
Yeah, because you're going to parry. He's going to hit you for 5. You're going to parry.
How much health does he have left?
6. You're going to parry, and then you're going to do 5 to him overall when this is done. You're going to take, you'll be at 2, he'll be at 5, no matter what you do parrying here.
Well, so if I just hit him first, though, and he hits me, and then I hit him again.
Oh, yeah, you take
that's
5.
Probably the best, right?
That's probably
so
the best,
5,
yeah.
You
crit him.
Dead. Okay, I can live with that.
That's the best.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Because he only has 6. I forgot he's not healthy. So I was going to say, if he was healthy, that
would have been punishment.
You have 6 left because you are 11
extra
health.
health.
Yeah, 1 extra health.
Okay.
Crit him and then crit him again. You're right.
I got 1 more action.
Ouch.
Oof.
So bad.
Probably gonna move.
I would dash back into cover, probably, yeah, because you can't make a relocate after you've charged.
Charged already, so
that's
he can't relocate.
So but he can go up and then just drop down, back behind the wall.
Let's do that. Oh yeah, because up is
is 2, but then down is free for 2 inches.
Wall, yeah,
that's right.
Cool.
Yeah, you can drop 2 inches for free no matter what you do there. Okay. It basically allows you to climb over 2-inch walls with a dash. All right, so he's all done. We have 1 cultist remaining over here. Can he charge? No. So he's going to relocate to cover, like so. And then he's going to dash to cover towards you and go through there cultist. And not quite hit the mines.
Although we're pretty wounded over here, so.
Yeah, everybody's pretty dangerous, but he doesn't have a gun. So he's just going to be looking out. And we are down, I believe that's turning point 2 because everybody's done.
Activated, yeah.
All right, so it's a new turning point. All right, so we're into the 3rd turning point. There's not a lot of guys left. We have 1 CP, and why don't you roll for initiative this time? Okay. So 1 of each dice, and we're blue. All right, the Marines. All right, so get initiative on the Marines. So we will get 1 CP. At the start of the turn, go to 2. So we get an extra 1 over here. And then it is time to decide who wants to go first. I think there's only 1 man who's right for the job here, to be honest.
Himself.
He's proven that this is his watchtower, and that all these zombies can go to hell. You could shoot here. Yep. There's also this guy over here you could shoot. Who can shoot back?
Damage already on him?
Well, he's going to run into some mines in a second.
Yeah, true.
Whereas this guy's healthy and hasn't activated.
Yeah, I'll just try and kill this guy.
Try and blast him. Okay, shoot that cultist. Makes sense.
Worthwhile.
So there's some mortal wounds. You do get plunging fire for a reroll from balanced. So reroll that 1. So they all hit and 1 crit. So that's going to be a save for cover because he is next to the light terrain that's right there. And then 2 more. Nope.
He is super dead.
He'll blast 1, take 3 from the devastating wounds, and then 9 more is 12, but he's only got 7 health. Just dies.
Pace.
Oh, Scout Sniper. You're so good at what you do with your night goggles. All right, so that was their first activation. So then it goes, can someone fight or shoot? No. Can someone charge?
Yes.
Absolutely. So this cultist is going to turn into a killing machine and go charge your Sarge. Actually, he's actually going to have to charge. He can't see your Sarge.
No, he'll have to charge.
He's going to charge the Scout instead. Although that's actually better for him because that Scout has 1 health left.
Yeah, he's actually going to be able to kill the Scout. As long as he gets a hit.
As long as he gets a hit here, he's going to be able to do it. He has 4 attacks. Now, no ceaseless. That's the big difference here. And I think he's 3-4 damage on the basic guy. But it won't matter.
You got him.
That's going to be 2 hits.
Because he applies his hits first, and then
and then you miss completely.
Super dead. Well, yeah.
Because you're super wounded.
I got
so
1.
1 hit. That's going to blast that Scout, and then he's all done.
No.
He's now dead.
Brother Choppy.
Brother Machete. Machete. And then it's over to us again. You got Sarge, and there's one zombie on this side. So you actually first. I forgot about Jordy.
Is Jordy's
got CPs too. Yeah,
Is he gonna do anything?
Jordy's gonna kill this zombie right now. That's what he's gonna do. Get him, Jordy. Strap your skates on.
Nepotism scout. Let's
Freeze. All right, here we go.
Okay.
And then plunging fire from being balanced. So that's 4 hits.
Oh.
He'll retain 1 for cover.
Yeah.
And then 2 more on 4s. So let's give it 1 save.
We're gonna go through
2
so
saves.
that's 6
So
damage.
6 damage. He's got 1 health left. We'll spend the CP.
Do it. Bring him down.
And you only get that reroll against guys who are engaging, so it's lucky he's engaging. So it's on 3s.
Ooh.
Oh, but he gets that reroll.
Good.
That's crit.
Oh, a crit.
There we
That's
go.
much better.
So 1 retained, and then 2 more on 4s. Just do 1 damage here.
Yeah, you got him.
Zambi's gone. All right, so these guys would technically get to make a additional order because we still have unactivated models because he's all done. But they only get 1 action. So can he fight? No. Can he charge? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So he just comes over here and saves you the AP.
Woo.
And then you get to go.
Who else is there? Anybody else?
That's it. That's the last
man?
guy.
Well, there's nobody like
the
Sarge
final
to do
dude.
the job to finish him off.
That's it. Sarge is ready.
All right, Sarge, he's fighting.
He's gonna
his chainsaw.
give him the mustache.
Oh, poor cultist.
2 crits and a hit. Cultist is back at you on 4s because he's not wounded. It's a crit and a hit. There's no ceaseless here either.
5.
So 5 damage. Yep. He's got 2 health left. He's gonna do, I believe, 4 to you.
Yep. I'm still alive, and then I'll
you
do
just
another
crit him
5.
again
Yep.
and kill him, and that's game.
Woo.
So you have managed to annihilate, but not at no cost.
Heavy losses.
Not at no cost. Half the team's dead. Sarge is almost dead.
Yeah.
We have a bolter scout, the sniper scout, and the and Jordy left in the back. Although I do think, if we're being honest, the sniper scout carried the entire team. And some of this is going to come down to you really need to fairly decide what your NPOs look like.
Right.
I based mine on model collection, but it would have been way better in this case to probably have more shooters because the shooters did the most damage in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then after that, we realized, oh, the zombies are incredibly dangerous. So like making a balanced force, deploying them right. I do think until we start to see missions outside the core rulebook that aren't just kill each other, where there's a little more description of like how they should be put down and how the train should be deployed. You have to give this rule set some common sense, and you have to give it a little bit of grace of like, well, if I'm actively trying to beat it, I'm missing the point. I need to set up a fair challenge, and I need to make it
and increase that challenge, right? Like you can easily, just from this game, maybe next time all the cultists are going to have guns instead, like you said, and maybe all
the special
Astartes will both have guns, and maybe my brutes that are obviously clearly really effective will be the ones that clobber, right?
Exactly. And you want to make sure that there's like if you look at the total wound counts, there's 81 wounds on the Space Marine side. There was 89 wounds on the other side. It's funny, they're using old AOS balancing rules basically to try and make this stuff balance, but it works because generally battlefield presence is associated to wounds, and so is AP total in this game. So as long as you're roughly commensurate in your wound count, you're not going to be too far off. All right, well, let's debrief. All right, here you go, man. First game of Joint Operations, Kill Team 2024. What'd you think?
Yeah, I think it's great because it's a new edition, but it's very familiar. Like if you played the last Kill Team, you're gonna slot right into it, and it's gonna feel like in a lot of ways you're gonna be like, this is the same game, but it's just like it's like you said with AOS. It's like refined and kind of just like they've cut a lot of fat out and just made it a little easier to play. And it's a really cool first game to play and like just see how the solo rules and co-op stuff's going to kind of work out.
I think my biggest thing is I'm excited to teach more people because I think the cooperative teaching experience, having people learn to play Kill Team, it's so much easier to digest. Because it's not you and like I lost half my team. You were carrying us, but you're the guy learning the rules. You know what I mean? Like I think that's such a better way to internalize how to play a game than the head-to-head experience like in Hivestorm. So like it's funny because if I had to do this over again, I would have taught the core mechanics through the core box set versus doing it this way because you learn, I think, by doing against the game versus doing against each other. The person who doesn't know as much doesn't feel at a disadvantage. There's less chances for like a negative play experience. So I think for demos in particular, if I was going to demo this game, I'd use Joint Operations to demo it. It's just a more fun way to learn. If you're just going to have a couple models on a table and be like, And here's how the turning points work, and here's how the different action structures work. You can spend your AP on a relocation, or on a dash, or on a shoot action, or on a fight action. And they're going to do it back to us, but based on this pre-program. Like, it's just a better way of, I take a model, you take a model, we both go try and fight these 3 cultists or 3 zombies or whatever it ends up being. Just feels better, because you're not having a bad time losing guys and not knowing what you're doing at the same time.
It's also just cool that like people can buy the Kill Team box, the new one or whatever they want, and like teach themselves to play at home now.
Yeah,
they don't need a friend or whatever at home for that first experience. They can learn the rules a little bit before they play their first games, and then kind of
100%
get off the ground running a bit better. I think that's really cool.
Absolutely, you could use the Vespids, you could use the Scions, you could use either side and just have yourself like play a demo basically using the joint operations rules. Yeah, and it would work totally fine. I mean, you can, and obviously the thing I'm most excited about this isn't what's in this book. Mm-hmm. It's all the wish listing imagination I'm having now as to what the potential of this is going to be. So don't let me down, Games Workshop. I want adventures. I want excitement. Yeah. I want Blackstone Fortress style modules that add on to this and give me a bit of story to like add through it. Because like, well, you'll see this in the book review for the dossier. I was disappointed there wasn't solo content in it. There's no solo content in the dossier. The only solo content's in this book so far. And I'm really hoping future dossiers have that. And maybe they didn't put it in the first dossier because there was already solo and content in this book.
Maybe, yeah. Hopefully, wishful thinking, hopefully, yeah.
Or maybe it's just completely separate. And they're going to look at the future dossiers and the future expansions as being head-to-head only. And that they just separate out that content and make it its own thing. I'm fine with either of those things, but I feel like you could still do both end. Give me a reason to buy the new kill teams and also have like this cool like narrative content that's in it that's like experiential. Or maybe they'll bundle it into wherever the Spec Ops rules are. Because there's also no campaign rules in here.
Right.
There's no campaign rules for doing linked and narrative stuff. My ultimate wish is there's one big RPG book that has a pile of that stuff in it. That'd be fantastic. Don't know if that's going to be the case. Knock on wood.
Totally.
Sweet. Well, we'll see you guys for more Let's Plays in the future. And again, if you haven't checked out the first one today, hopefully you guys can watch that. This one will make more sense if you didn't watch them in the right order. And you can also check out the reviews for the core book and the dossiers, which will be also up today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, no problem. We'll see you next time, guys.
Next time, Ash. Happy wargaming.